Thank you everyone for coming to the Wave 2020. My name is Grace and I'm a proud Eco-Marine Ambassador from Bulimba State School.
My name is Felix and I'm also a proud Eco-Marine Ambassador from Bulimba State School. We would like to welcome our special guest speaker, Minister Di Farmer. And all the Eco-Marine schools, businesses, governments and government officials here today. There are over 250 people here today supporting us.
My name is Sophie and I'm a proud Eco-Marine Ambassador from Bulimba State School. We all loved our year of being ambassadors and this event is definitely one of the highlights. I'm so excited to celebrate it with you.
My name is Caitlin and I also am a proud Eco-Marine Ambassador for Bulimba State School. We would like to take this opportunity to say a very big heartfelt thank you to Penny, Hannah, Kylie and Deanie for all of their hard work and support throughout 2020. We hope you all have a wonderful morning. We'll now pass over to your MC, Bill McDonald.
Thank you very much, kids from Bulimba State School. What a great job they did. Give me a hard act to follow there. You've introduced some of our special guests. Thanks to you for doing that welcome this morning and to your principal, Michael Jusner, who's a great supporter of the Eco-Marines program. And I might start off the top as well by thanking Bob O'Keefe and all the Brisbane Convention and Exhibition Centre staff for making this room available today for us. Wonderful. Okay, welcome everybody. As you heard, I'm Bill McDonald and I'm a proud board member of the Tangalooma Eco-Marines and I'm honoured to be the MC here for you again today for another year of celebrating the wave. And I have to say, the room does look great today. We've normally been in the auditorium on the other side, but it looks like we're at a conference here today with all of you kids in green, the Green Army. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are gathering today, the Yugara and Turrbal people, and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. All right, well kids, you certainly have attracted some very important people here today. Not saying anything about it being an election in a couple of weeks, but hey, you've got some important people here. So welcome once again to the Honourable Di Farmer, who will officially open the event shortly, and lovely to see Di wearing the green too of the Eco-Marines, so dressed accordingly today. Also joining us, the Honourable Trevor Evans. So welcome to you. I think first time. Welcome, you're going to enjoy this. Mr Andrew Laming MP, Miss Joan Pease MP, Mr Terry Young MP, Rhianna Davis, who's representing Miss Annika Wells MP, Councillor Atwood, who's representing Councillor Marks, Councillor Cumming, Councillor Shree, I saw as well. Welcome to you. Councillor Constance and Councillor Hewlett as well. All right, but to get us underway today, I'd like to welcome Uncle Bob, Noogie elder and advocate patron for our Eco-Marines. And Uncle Bob is here, and he's here with his great-grandchildren to give us a welcome to country. So please make Uncle Bob welcome up to the stage.
Yura, Yura! Going in an army, Tuju Mobi Rono, going in an army. Welcome to this land, Aboriginal land. I pay my respects to the Turrbal and Jagera people. It's a wonderful occasion to get together to celebrate. And we've got lots of celebrations to do. And I'm speaking as a father, a grandfather, a great-grandfather, and uncle to many nieces and nephews, a lot of them who are here with me today. And the little ones, my great-grandchildren, call me GG Bob, great-grandfather Bob. So it's all those little things that are important and are embracing by all people of all social status. So all of those things are so important. And what I might say too is that this year I'm celebrating my 91st year. And the changes that I've seen in my lifetime have been wonderful, from the days when steam trains used to run through Wollongabba, which is the suburb I grew up in, to they've come and gone, to trams that went down the centre of the Brisbane streets, they've come and gone also. So it's the progress that we make as people, as a society, in the time that we are given to carry out that, and it is the legacy that we leave for the oncoming generations. And I must say in conclusion, I've got every confidence in the younger generations to accept their responsibilities and carry out their responsibilities to country. And by the presence of all of you people here today, from here on you should be recognised as associate custodians of this great land, Aboriginal land, that we all now love and share. Thank you.
Yura. Yura is like saying hello, welcome or good day in the language spoken by the Quandamooka people. My name is Ava Rylance, and I am also known by my language name Boangan, meaning the dolphin. We are Uncle Bob's great-grandchildren, and on behalf of all of us today, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather here, the Turrbal and Yugara people. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and I also pay respect to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Island people in the audience today.
Yura. I am Reese Rylance, or in our language, Dungle. Dungle is the word for a species of banksia plant known for its resilience and hardness. Like my great-grandfather, Uncle Bob, we have bloodline connection to Mulgunkum country, Moreton Island as you know it. We are proud Noogie people. We are grateful to be here today to celebrate this occasion with you, and hope that you have learnt something about the wonders of our country during the Eco Marines program.
Yura. My name is Mia Rylance, or Quampi, which means pearl shell in our language. As Noogie people, we share a strong connection to the lands and seas of the region known as Quandamooka or Moreton Bay. We are Yulu Barraby, meaning people of the salt water and sand, and we hope that you acknowledge the spirits of our ancestors when you visit our country in the future. Congratulations on your graduation.
My name is Gethin Rylance, or Gurnham, meaning the fruit bat. We hope you have a great day.
Well done. Good job, kids. You take after your great-granddad. Fantastic. GG Bob, I thought you might have been promoted there. Governor General Bob, what's happening here? We haven't been told about this. Excellent welcome to country this morning. Thank you very much, Uncle Bob. Would you join me now, please, in welcoming the Honourable Di Farmer to come up to the stage, the Minister for Child Safety, Youth and Women, and the Minister for the Prevention of Domestic and Family Violence. Minister Farmer, she's been a great supporter of the Eco Marines from the very beginning, attending this event since 2014. So come on up, Di.
Thanks so much, Bill, and just acknowledge Bill for his constant presence at this event as well. I begin by acknowledging the Turrbal and Yagara people and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and Uncle Bob. We are also fortunate to have you here to welcome us to country and your beautiful great-grandchildren. It's lovely watching them every year and seeing them growing up. So thank you so much for placing us where we need to be as we start this really important event. As Bill said, I have actually been involved with this event since 2014 at the very beginning, and it was a little event. There were 24 students, and I don't know if you know the River Life Centre just on the Kangaroo Point Cliffs. We were there celebrating and saying what a great event it was, and I acknowledge, I think Bulimba State School was there at the very beginning, Michael Zushner, weren't they? And it was just such an exciting concept. And here we are today in the Plaza Ballroom of the Convention Centre, and if ever there was an example of people power, this is what it is. And I want to say to every single one of the students here today, congratulations, and you are actually changing the world. And I hope you're really, really proud of that, because that is what's happening. And sometimes we hear the figures about what's happening with the environment. We hear about plastics pollution, and it's terrible, isn't it? What do they say? That 90% of seabirds have ingested plastic and 30% of turtles have ingested plastic. And you're all here because you know the terrible damage that it wreaks on the environment. And it's just really easy for people to walk around and say, well, you know, that's just really hard. I'm just one person. I can't make a difference. But in fact, if we all do our thing, if we all make the effort to do what we can to change, then one by one we add and our efforts come together to make an absolutely massive difference. And that's why what you're doing is so important. And I love coming to these events and just hearing the amazing different ways. I can never believe the number of ways that you think that you can actually do this, and it inspires other people. But it's not just that, it's also the influence you've got on the people around you, the kids at school. But I've talked to plenty of parents in my local area, and they say how much of a lecture they get from their kids about plastics. And so I know you're changing the mums and dads and the other people as well. And that's what we've all got. We all need to know that we can all make a difference. So I want to really acknowledge the Eco Marines, Penny and her crew. We all love Penny and the crew, right? Do we all love Penny and the crew? Yeah, we all do. Enthusiasm. I can never believe how just such a small team makes every single one of you feel really special, but that's what they do. And it is just an amazing commitment for the Tangalooma Eco Marines to actually say, we are going to be part of this, we're going to change the world, and we're going to bring everyone along with us. Can I especially acknowledge the principals and the teachers from all of the schools? Without your commitment to this program, this would not be happening, and that's where we're making a difference. And I could not be the member for Bulimba and not just give a bit of a shout out to, no, actually a big shout out to Morningside State School and Bulimba State School. I am so proud of the work that they do, and I know that all your members of Parliament will be saying that about all of you as well. So well done. Just know and always walk with your head high, knowing that you are making change on a daily basis. Now, and I did forget at the beginning to acknowledge all the dignitaries that are here today, and Bill read through that long list, but it would be remiss of me not to acknowledge the commitment of the members of Parliament and other dignitaries who are here today to lend their support. So I reiterate those acknowledgements that Bill made. Lovely to be here.
Thank you very much, Di, for that. And I should also acknowledge fellow board members who are here with us today, and our chairman of the board of the Eco Marines as well. And I think it's time to get the rock stars of the Eco Marines up. Well, I know you guys are all the rock stars, but you need a band leader, and there's 3 band leaders that do it all the time. They're the engine room, so make Hannah, Penny and Deanie welcome up on the stage.
Thank you, Bill. Hi, everyone. I'm Penny. This is Hannah, and this is Deanie. Deanie joined our team earlier this year. And also a shout out to Kylie, who's down the front here. She's on maternity leave, looking after her new little baby boy, Flynn. We miss you. We'll get you back next year. So everyone here in a green shirt is part of our team. That's how it works. And Eco Marines is what it is because of you all. So Eco Marine ambassadors and support crew students, can you please stand up? Come on, guys, stand up. Thank you for everything that you do. We're so proud of you all. Can everyone please give them a big round of applause? We would also like to acknowledge all of the students and the teachers that couldn't make us here today, with us here today. You're all amazing too. Eco Marines, teachers, can you please stand up? Oh, you clapped before I said clap. Yeah! Teachers are really busy people and they work so hard, and these teachers volunteer their time to support the ambassadors and the student support crew. It doesn't work without the teachers, and we value you so much. Thank you for your support. Everyone, can you please give them a round of applause? You already did it, so don't worry. Oh no, let's go again. I'll now pass over to Hannah and Deanie, who will give you a little bit of a summary of our year. Thank you.
All right, guys, welcome to the Wave, our big end-of-year celebration. Needless to say, there's been some challenges this year, but far out, it's been a pretty good year for us here. We started back in 2014 with just 24 students, and this year we had 1,798 ambassadors and support crew as a part of our program. So it's been a big year of growth, and boy, have these kids been busy. So back in March, we hosted our annual Clean Up Australia Day event, and for the first time ever, we hosted one in Moreton Bay region, thanks to support from Moreton Bay Regional Council and Unitywater. We also hosted on the Sunday a clean-up along the river here in Brisbane at West End, thanks to support from Urban Utilities. We had over 170 people attend over these two events, which was great to see so many people out there picking up rubbish and doing something to help our environment. In March, we also had a really special opportunity come up. So we had Oakley, Raceview, Indooroopilly and West End State Schools take part in a ghost net workshop and water exhibition at Goma. So they got to learn and talk about marine plastic debris and make a special artwork out of ghost nets that had actually been taken out of the ocean. So a big thank you to Urban Utilities for making this opportunity possible. So this is where things got a little bit interesting this year. Environmental education is a big part of what we talk about here at Eco Marines, and usually we would take the kids over to Tangalooma and we would talk about our local environment and what we can do to help it. Now, we couldn't do that this year. We've had to postpone, but do you think that that stopped us? Absolutely not. We launched an online training for all of the ambassadors and support crew, so they still got to learn about our local environment. And Bulimba State School, who you heard from before, they went above and beyond, and they hosted a whole day at their school where they did the online training, and Deanie was lucky to call in. Now, the online training was great, but it didn't quite make up for the dolphin feeding. So thanks to Tangalooma Island Resort, they sent an educational booklet to all of our Eco-Marine schools. So they still got to learn about our local environment here, about our beautiful Moreton Bay, and of course, see some photos of the famous dolphins. We've spoken a lot over the years about how do we reach this education beyond just our ambassadors and support crews. So the slower pace of this year gave us a chance to work on our Eco Marines mission and TV, which is an opportunity for any young kid anywhere to be a part of Eco Marine. So it's on our website. The mission is an online training, and we also have the TV that encourages kids to make videos about an environmental cause that they care about. I'll now hand over to Deanie.
So we also focused on tangible action and creating change, especially with support from our sponsors. So this year we were lucky to have Mars Wrigley Australia on board, and they came in and they were so lovely. Alicia and Imogen from Mars Australia created a networking event with our lovely ambassadors from Manly West State School. So they discussed sustainability initiatives at the individual, community and business level. So it was great to see that Mars are making positive changes for our environment, and they were incredibly inspired by the work of our ambassadors. Our schools also focused on different environmental initiatives all through the year. So as schools started to go back to normal in term 3, our ambassadors were eager to take action. So a lot of the Eco Marines wanted to reduce litter in and around their schools. And Brisbane City Council came up with an amazing idea to have a COVID-safe cleanup club. They delivered pickup tools and rubbish bags to schools, and our very own Mount Crosby State School was the first to host this cleanup club. They picked up all sorts of rubbish during one lunchtime, including wrappers, plastic, and even a dirty sock. A lot of our schools also focus on improving recycling. Some of our schools in the Moreton Bay region in particular have seen great results with support from Moreton Bay Regional Council's Schools Waste Minimisation program. Our schools also focus on water this year. So 4 schools have just completed the Urban Utilities We Love Water Challenge, which encourages students to design a bag all about water conservation. And speaking of water, in Term 3, Eco-Marine's ambassadors from schools across Moreton Bay conducted their own Water Saver slogan competition. So the ambassadors held a competition within their schools and asked the students to come up with a fun, catchy slogan about water conservation. And the winners could go on the draw to win a trip to Tangalooma. And that's thanks to our sponsor, Unitywater. We had some amazing entries come through, and I think the message of water conservation was spread far and wide. And in September, we were so excited to launch our Eco-Marines merchandise. Our merchandise is hot off the press, and we were so pumped to share it with you all. We have a reusable water bottle, and we have tote bags to help you and your family and friends be more eco-friendly. So you might be able to grab one of those for yourself today as well. So thanks to our partners at EDSCO for making this happen. Apart from challenges, our Eco-Marines conduct various activities and campaigns all throughout the year, and we have some special mentions today. Big thank you to Ithaca Creek, who fundraised through our bake sale and raised over $450 for our Eco-Marines. Thank you to Sean Cliff Ambassadors, who created an information stall all about marine plastic pollution during National Science Week. Thank you to the McGregor State School Ambassadors, who had a Hug a Tree event for National Tree Day. And thank you to St. Peter's Catholic School, who made pledges for the environment, such as picking up rubbish wherever they see it. But guys, the year is not over yet. There is plenty more to come, and I can see some excited faces, and I've been hearing some really excited stories about what's going to happen in Term 4. We also have our Port of Brisbane's excursions back. So if you guys are interested, you could go to Port of Brisbane and learn all about shorebirds, fishing, and how the port runs. So, wow, what a year it has been. There's been plenty of twists and turns, but we are all so proud of our Eco-Marines for what you have achieved this year. You have truly made a difference to our community, to us as an Eco-Marines team, and most importantly, to our environments. You should be very proud of yourselves. So now we're going to continue to hear stories from the Eco-Marines ambassadors themselves. Thank you.
Thanks, Deanie, Hannah and Penny. All right, can we have Mount Crosby State School come up onto the stage and join us now, please? I've done a really good job at planting the mindfulness garden, and that was designed by last year's ambassadors. So hands together for Mount Crosby State School.
Good morning, Penny, Hannah, Dinny, and all of the Eco-Marines and guests here today. One of the projects as Eco-Marines that we are most proud of is our Mindfulness Garden project. This project was first conceived by Eco-Marine ambassadors and support crew during 2019, but has seen its completion in Term 3, 2020.
As Eco-Marines, we wanted to make a space in our school where we use sustainable materials to provide a quiet space for students who wanted to sit, read, or chat to their friends that teachers could use for group work. We commenced fundraising journeys at the end of 2019 by asking every family in the school to donate 24 cans or plastic bottles for recycling. From this effort, we raised over $1,000. Our PNC came on board and donated $1,500. In support of the project so far, we were able to begin clearing and levelling the pathway to be constructed at the beginning of 2020, and we did the second fundraiser selling Smetzels and raised nearly $2,000. We chose Smetzels because they are made from 100% recycled newspaper, and each tube they come in is made from recycled plastic, which can also be recycled.
Our Eco-Marine parents, along with the Eco-Marines, helped to put in the pathway that goes through the garden. Our school officer had the concrete laid and put sandstone seating around the edge. The recycled plastic benches and table were then put in this area. The table has a chessboard inserted into the middle of it.
We are grateful to the Rotary Club of Corona Downs that provides us with a grant to help purchase the recycled benches and table. We used part of the money we raised to plant lily-pilly bushes around the edge of the garden, and we were also able to plant 4 fruit trees that in years to come will provide a variety of fruit that our school can use. On the wall behind the sandstone blocks, you will see signposts which our Year 6 students had designed with the names of their favourite books.
In the far corner of the garden, we have been able to place a recycled bench with a plaque in remembrance of one of our Year 5 students that sadly passed away this year, and appreciate the support of Student Council, P&C, and the chaplaincy program for helping us to be able to do this.
We are grateful to our school and local community that supported us in this project. We now have 38 Eco-Marines at our school, and we count it a privilege to be part of the program that gives us an opportunity to do our part to look after our environment now and into the future.
Thanks, Mount Crosby State School. Really appreciate that. Great effort. All right, this year there were lots of really good entries we had for the Spread the Word competition. And they came from all these different schools. Albany Hills, Banksia Beach, we had Dunwich, Hilda Road, Pumicestone, Payne Road, Morningside, St Paul's and St Peter's. Here are the two finalists that were before we announce the winners. Let's have a look at the big screens. Couple of great entries there. Very, very creative. Excellent job to both of our finalists. So there's only one winner, of course. If we can have a drum roll. Oh, going to have to disinfect this bench now. And the winner is, it must have been, I think it was Hall and Oates, St Peter's Catholic Primary School. Congratulations. If you want to stand up, we'll give you a round of applause. Where are you, St Peter's? Stand up, we'll give you a round of applause. You'll also get a $100 Bunnings voucher as well. I'll bring that to the table. So congratulations. Well done, kids. Great job, great effort. All right, let's move on. Indooroopilly State School, would like to get you up onto the stage now, if you wouldn't mind. Come up and I want to hear a special presentation that you prepared especially for today for us. So Indooroopilly State School, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Good morning. We are the ambassadors from Indooroopilly State School. Wow, 2020 has been an interesting year. We had so many amazing plans, but unfortunately there were just a few minor changes. I'm sure you can all relate. Even so, we managed to get a lot done and have a lot of fun in the process. The picture on the screen is from our online assemblies that we were still able to present at. It was a lot of fun pretending to be the news crew and being creative with how we get our message out. One minor setback this year was to do with our recycled artwork. We were partway through creating this fantastic collage of the planet Earth using bottle caps and old fabric. When the holidays rolled around, we had run out of time.
We thought, oh, that's okay, we'll finish it in the first week back. But when we came back from the holidays, it was gone. Turns out, when you leave a pile of rubbish on the table, cleaners tend to throw it in the bin. Oh well, we will have fun making another. We have managed to keep litter buses going with our regular rubbish sorting activity. This is always a great way to get children of all ages involved. One of this year's favourite activities was running garden grubs. However, we were in constant competition with our resident bush turkey, who would come and visit on the weekend and kick out all of our new seedlings and soil, hunting for bugs and worms. We decided to embrace him though, as he was here first, and to be honest, it was quite entertaining. We were always safe under the supervision of our cooker friend as well.
This term, we will be working with the Year 2 classes and their teachers. Their science unit is called Save Planet Earth, so we thought it would be a perfect opportunity for us to demonstrate everything that we have learnt this year and be experts in environmental conservation. It's always a good reminder that learning doesn't just happen when the teacher is in charge. It happens every time we ask a question, research a topic, or teach somebody else. when the students are conducting their science inquiry, we can ask and answer any questions. We will be available as well as give them guidance on changes they can make to help preserve the Earth's natural resources.
We have used the Book Creator app on our iPad to create educational books on how to preserve water, and we'll make some more to teach other children or adults how to correctly sort their rubbish at home, how to reduce the use of plastic in lunch boxes, and how to use energy more efficiently. If you don't have the app, don't worry. You can make the books using any regular scrap paper, even more green. Hopefully this will inspire you to consider some different ways you can spread the word at your school. Lastly, we would just like to say a massive thank you to Kylie, Penny, Hannah and Deanie for all of their hard work this year. We have had a blast and are so grateful for all the opportunities we've had. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Indooroopilly State School, for giving us that little presentation. I'd now like to welcome up Mel Anderson, Marketing Manager from our good friends at Urban Utilities. Great supporters. Urban Utilities have been an inaugural sponsor of the Tangalooma Eco Marines, along with our equally great friends and supporters at the Tangalooma Island Resort. So welcome on up, Mel.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land in which we are meeting here today, the Yugara and Turrbal people, and pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging. Now, I'm with one of the students who I heard earlier say that being at the Wave was one of the highlights of her year, because it really is for me too. When we get to see the incredible work that you're doing for the environment, and the big bonus is we get to soak up all your positive energy that you create with your Wave. For those of you that don't know, Urban Utilities provides water and wastewater services to about 1.4 million people in southeast Queensland. And it was way back in 2014 when we became a sponsor of Tangalooma Eco Marines. And I'm not sure where Penny was, but she came knocking on our door so hard that we just could not refuse. And today I'm still grateful for Penny for your passion on that day and your persistence. Right from the beginning, Tangalooma Eco Marines team has made us feel like true partners. It doesn't feel like a business arrangement, but more like a gift that keeps on giving. And that's down to each of you here today. Through our partnership, we've been able to share Urban Utilities' story about the value of looking after our most precious resource, water. Through our partnership, we've been able to educate and show about being water savvy all year round, and that makes it so much easier for everyone to just up their savings in times of drought like we're in now. Each year, working with the Eco Marines, we grow and we find so many new and fun ways to educate, connect and contribute to the growth of responsible young environmental leaders. And it's such a two-way relationship. We've had the young Eco Marines into our organisation, speaking to our staff, our managers, our executives and our CEO. And I really know that you educate us and influence us as much as we are helping you. So this is really one of our most rewarding sponsorships, and I think it's a really fine example of how two organisations working together can make each stronger and also benefit communities and environment. So thank you, Penny, for that day you came a-knocking, and thank you for bringing us together. Finally, I'd just really like to thank every one of you here today for teaching us just how much we can achieve together when we strive under one mission and just by simply being good humans to each other and to our land and waterways. Have a wonderful wave, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mel. It's great to have your continued support, and we hope to grow that support because Penny's going to come knocking again, I'm sure. So look forward to that knocking. All right, let's have a look at the big screen. Dunwich State Schools prepared a video earlier this year for Eco Marines TV, and then we're going to hear from these little superstars about how that program and that project is going. So have a look at the big screens now.
Good morning, everyone. We are the Dunwich State School Eco Marines team, and we would like to tell you a little bit about our propagation program.
Last year, we received a $1,000 junior land care grant and some free materials from Bunnings to build a greenhouse and start our journey learning how to propagate and grow native and exotic plants.
We have now been growing plants from cuttings and seeds to plant around our school gardens and to sell to our local community. As plants make a sustainable gift, we decided to sell some of our best plants at our school Father's Day store. We raised nearly $300 just from those sales alone.
As there is little funding for our Eco Marine program, the money raised from saving our plants goes straight back into buying materials like pots, potting mixes, fertilizer, and soil for our vegetable gardens.
Other than our school funding excursions to events like this one and the Tangalooma Day, we are running a totally sustainable program funded by our own hard work and our plant sales. With our funds, we are also able to run a pizza and ice cream party for the class with the most rapid-free lunches for the year.
We would like to thank Penny, Hannah, Kylie, and Denny for all their hard work organising events like this one in the awesome Tangalooma Eco Marine program. We would also like to thank all the sponsors and other Eco Marines out there for helping to protect our land and marine environments. Thank you.
Thank you, Dunwich State School. What a great job you've done this year. All right, now I'd like to get Hannah back up, if you'd come up onto the stage, because we're going to look at the winner of the Clean Away Waste Warrior Challenge. And hello to Ellie, who's here from Clean Away in the blue shirt. Thanks for continuing to support us as well, Clean Away. Over to you, Hannah.
So our Clean Away Waste Warrior Challenge involves students collecting and auditing litter in their school grounds and creating a piece of artwork of that waste to educate their community. So we had some really great entries this year. The team at Clean Away was so impressed with the submissions, including a diorama made entirely out of rubbish from Eagle Junction State School, a 3D turtle from Karabi State School, a big bottle made out of recycled bottles from St Columban's, and Payne Road State School entered a 3D model of their neighbourhood made entirely from, you guessed it, rubbish. So the runners-up for this competition is Manly West State School. They did a great job of creating a globe which was made out of straws, foil, and cling wrap. These were the top 3 waste items that they were finding in their school. And the message is clear. If we don't reduce our litter now, our world is going to look very different in the future. Good job, Manly West. You've done a great artwork. And now the winner, as decided by Cleanaway, is Banksia Beach State School. Big round of applause. I think Cleanaway had a really time choosing a winner out of this competition because they were all really great entries, but Banksia Beach stood out for their effort, originality, and creativity. I'll read to you the words from the ambassadors themselves. A large proportion of sea life are dying from plastic entanglement and consumption. By 2050, it is predicted that 99% of all seabirds will have eaten plastic, and there will be more plastic than fish in the oceans. Banksia Beach School students created this artwork as a reminder about the devastating impact plastic is having on our waterways, both close to home and around the world. We're on a mission to change the prediction that by 2050 there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Well done, Banksia Beach State School. So they will receive a visit from Cleanaway's big truck and a waste education officer to talk more about recycling and waste reduction.
I've never seen kids so excited about a garbage truck coming to the school. Fantastic. Good on you, Ellie. All right, we're not far away from finishing up today, so I think it's time for a little bit of live music. So can we get the Humpy Bong State School kids to come up onto the stage for us? And they've been focusing on water throughout the year, and they prepared a bit of a special rap song for us, I believe. So take it away, Humpy Bong State School.
Fix your leaking taps and pipes. A 4-minute shower will suffice. Cause you don't need large amounts, cause every single drop, it counts. Water, water, yo, keep the oceans clean, or you'll kill the animals and cause the scene. Clean the beaches and where the water flows, or rivers and streams will close. The bay, it starts with us right here today. Keeping the bay clean is vital every day, so future kids have somewhere to play.
Good morning, fellow Eco-Marines, Kylie, Penny, Hannah, Dina, and sponsors. We are Humpy Bong State School. Our school, Humpy Bong, is situated right on the doorstep of the beautiful Moreton Bay. We have 825 students who are able to appreciate and help us care for this natural beauty. We are a very lucky school. Every year we organise the annual Clean Up Australia Day event with a group of enthusiastic parents and students. We clean the beach and surrounding gardens.
We feel the passion because our school holds many events on Margate Beach, such as excursions to observe weathering and erosion, conduct science experiments, we run our cross-country event along the boardwalk, Day for Daniel and Walk to School, just to name a few. Sometimes we're even lucky enough to see dolphins and turtles.
We have an environmental committee that holds fundraisers during the year so we can buy resources for our gardening club. We would like to thank Unitywater for giving us the inspiration for wanting to educate children and people in Brisbane to care for Moreton Bay. Thank you.
Big thank you, Humpy Bong State School. Now, our final guest, he's not going to do a rap, although I reckon myself and the rest of the board would love to see him do a rap. Well, I can say we are rapt to have him as the chairman of the Eco-Marines and our naming rights sponsor, Tangalooma Island Resort. Please welcome David James to the stage, and also he's going to be joined by the St Joseph's College, Gregory Terrace. It's one of the secondary schools in our Eco-Marines program. So come on up, guys.
I definitely will save you from any type of singing or rapping from me today. But welcome again, everybody. We started the Eco-Marines about 8 or 9 years ago. I think this is our 7th wave. And as Di alluded to before, and thank you very much, Di, for your ongoing support, to have over 1,000 Eco-Marines ambassadors today. We've just extended into 80 schools next year throughout southeast Queensland. It's our aim to double that in the next few years. It all comes down to how we're supported by our great list of sponsors, many of you here today, and thank you very much for that. The one thing we set out to do is conservation. The one thing we didn't understand at the start is what we're generating with all of you ambassadors out the front, and that's you becoming leaders today. When I went to school many, many years ago, there would have been no chance that I would get up here talking in front of people, putting videos together and educating or learning how to do it. So it was one of those great byproducts of what the Eco-Marine stands for. So yes, we are generating leaders, but we also love the fact of the involvement for our teachers, and we recognise that very strongly. Obviously our foundation schools, the time and the commitment our teachers do, But we always hear the constant feedback from all of our teachers and principals about the growth, just the natural growth in their students as being part of this program. So thank you very much for our Eco Marines ambassadors, our support crew, and definitely our teachers. As I said before, we've got St Joseph's College from Gregory Terrace here, and I'd like to recognise some of our sponsors, and I'd just like to ask you to come up on stage. I think, are they our sponsors? And one by one, if Jeff Osborne from Tangalooma Resort, our founding sponsor of the Eco Marines and naming rights sponsor. Go around that way for a moment. Jeff's family's owned Tangalooma Resort for over 40 years now. Jeff grew up at Tangalooma and Moreton Island for probably, I won't give his age completely away, but let's just say the last 53 years of his life. And it's very dear and near to him, the environment. So it is a very close thing for the entire Osborne family. So thank you very much, Jeff and the team from Tangalooma. Mel Anderson, Urban Utilities. Where's Mel? If you could come up, thanks, Mel. Again, one of our founding sponsors, and we kept sending Penny around to terrorise you, Mel, so you had absolutely no choice at all, but it's been a terrific partnership together, and we do appreciate your support and your ongoing support. Brisbane City Council, we've done numerous things over the year. They continue to support us. I'd like to ask Councillor Atwood, who is the newest member of council, I believe. So congratulations. Ed Hardwood from Port of Brisbane. Port of Brisbane is obviously a partner of Tangalooma. It's obviously very important for the port to, with their environmental aspects. And when we do the visit to the port and you see the sea life, you don't really expect to see all the bird life around the port. It's a fantastic achievement they've managed to do at the port and protecting the environment and certainly the bird life. From Cleanaway, Ellie, another great supporter of ours. Thank you very much, Ellie. Thank you for your ongoing support from Cleanaway and running the competitions. And again, we see great involvement in the joy and I guess the pleasure the kids get out of all the different competitions. Hopefully next year we'll be launching a few more as we expand our program overall. Moreton Bay Regional Council, Councillor Constance. Again, thank you very much. Being on the bay on the water, it's a precious piece of waterway. We have to be careful. Brisbane River, Logan River, Pine River, all runs down into Moreton Bay. So whatever we drop here on the streets goes into our gutters, it goes down our drains, it goes in the rivers, it ends up in Moreton Bay. So that's why it's really important to continue with those recycling initiatives that many of your schools and ambassadors have introduced. And Simone Bridge from Unitywater, who is not here.
Ask Kylie to come up to it.
Yeah, Kyle's. Come on, Kylie. So Kylie's, again, one of our staff from the Eco Marines. She's a 7-month little boy, so she's been on maternity leave, coming back next year to join the family of the Eco Marines. I'd also like to acknowledge Mars Wrigley, who couldn't be with us here today, but we've just started a sponsorship program with themselves. As I said before, I think we've put on another 20 schools joining the Eco Marines, 22 schools next year, so we're over 80 schools. We have never ever done one advertisement about the Eco Marines. It's been word of mouth through the education system, through the teachers, and we keep recognising you guys because you do a tremendous amount of time in helping facilitate these programs and through word of mouth. And I think that's the greatest sign of how well this program is going. Before the sponsors, we put a round of applause for the sponsors, just our board. They give up a lot of hours throughout the year, continually throughout the year, to assist our team, our dynamic team of Penny, Hannah, Dinia and Kylie, and you guys do a terrific job as well. So I'd like to ask you to put your hands together for all of the sponsors up here who make this day possible. Thank you very much, guys. Well, we look forward to next year. We won't have any restrictions on us next year, hopefully. It'll be bigger and better. And we're looking forward to seeing what terrific achievements are done again next year through all of our ambassador schools. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you, DJ. Thanks for your continued support as well. And great to see the Terrace boys up as as a dad with 3 boys who went through Terrace. I helped facilitate the introduction to the school, and it was great. It was just open arms. They couldn't get on board quick enough, so really excited about the boys at Terrace getting on board, as we are with all the schools and all of you here in the room today. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much for coming today to our first, I guess, in the big room, if you like. It's been a really difficult year in many ways for a lot of people, but you've soldiered on and done a fantastic job. A special shout out once again to all of the teachers, principals, and the kids who have been able to join us here today. I reckon the kids should give their teachers a round of applause, because teachers have got a lot on their plates, but they find time for the Eco Marines, and it's very special. A special mention also, as David's already done, to the new schools looking to sign up to Eco Marines next year. Hopefully today inspires and excites everybody. Just a reminder, all the videos, the photos, the highlights from today, they'll be found on the Eco Marines website. That's www.ecomarines.com. And if you're not already, make sure you jump on, should be encouraging kids, get on social media, kids, and follow Eco Marines on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and maybe even better, sign up for the newsletter to keep up to date with everything that is going on in all of the schools and celebrating all the achievements throughout the year. And remember, before we leave today, if you could leave your name tags just out on the table at the front before you leave, that'd be great. We'll recycle those, of course. So thanks once again, and keep up the great work, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.